This question will start with the pro side. And the question is this. Since Article 5 says that it is that the states, let me get the language in front of me because it's not on the card, when there's an application by the legislatures of 2/3 of the states, and then Congress calls a convention. How do we get out of that who is going to control who the delegates are? How do we know who these delegates will be or who will select them?
The Supreme Court has ruled that an Article 5 convention, or the amendment process per se, is not part of the legislative power of Congress. So Congress is only empowered to do what the Constitution specifically tells them to do, which is call the convention. Calling a convention means there will be a convention at such and such a date, such and such a place, and you, the states, are invited to attend. That is the limit of Congress's authority. The President has no play in this, as the Supreme Court has ruled, and neither does the necessary and proper clause come into effect, which is a legislative act, a legislative power of Congress. So the calling of the convention is merely setting the time and place and inviting the states to attend. Everything else that takes place in that convention will be as the convention itself dictates. They will set their own rules. There are already draft rules prepared, and will be proposed to them to start off. So everything from that calling point forward is at under the control of the convention.
There have been 37 conventions since the 17th century in the Americas. In every single one of them, the convention delegates have controlled the convention. It has not been decided by any outside party. And that's up to and including 2 conventions that occurred in 1861. The Washington Convention, which was convened to avoid civil war by the northern states, and the Montgomery Convention, which was convened to establish a new constitution. In no case whatsoever can it be determined that any convention was established or ruled by some outside body.
I'm going to claim moderator's prerogative here and just give you a quick follow-up on that. It seems to me you can say that the convention itself will set its rules for operation, but one fundamental question that has to be decided going in is the same question that was so difficult at the original Constitutional Convention. Does each state get one vote, or do you have representation based on population? If California wants a lot more representatives than Rhode Island coming into the convention, how is that decided? Because that's going to determine how the convention makes its decisions. Do you have any thoughts on that? And then we will go to this side.
I'll address that real quickly. It doesn't really matter which form of the representation in the convention is taken. The members of that convention, the delegates or commissioners, will determine the mode of decision-making, of voting, basically. That could be one state, one vote, which has been the historical method. It can be by representation of the population of each of the states. In either case, there will be a significant Republican majority in such a convention. We have nothing to fear by taking either approach.
Okay, gentlemen, opposing side.
Okay. First, the 1787 convention was to amend the Articles of Confederation. Okay? They realized that the Articles of Confederation basically mentioned 13 states. It had no way of expanding. So they definitely had to rewrite the Constitution. And at that, the legislatures decided who was going to vote. Go to the convention. I think there was 81 delegates, 56 showed up. This is what's going to happen in any convention. Okay? And the other question is, who are the Democrats and Republicans going to select? Are they going to select party bosses? Are they going to select legislators? The people that made this mess, are they going to be the ones to reform the Constitution? That is dangerous. You can take the rest.
interpret this, you probably have a public education. This was written for the average man. The Supreme Court at one time understood and acknowledged that it was written for the average voter.
Jeff, they're having trouble here.
Project.
Just use the mic. I'm fighting the cold. This was written for Joe and Jane Citizen. It was not written for ivory tower, eggheads, and for attorneys. It was written for you and I. This process debate is a moot point if we don't address the root issue. Ask the wrong questions and the answers won't matter. Who controls it is irrelevant if we don't need one.